Welcome back to the channel's Super Academico and Blue Eye Patch. Let us keep the reading of my book Clueders, Meire Pop Beyond the Cloud, available on Amazon. In this part, we will continue the reading of the Chapter 7, 2 Futures, 1 Decision. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels and like and share the video. Let's go! We hang up. I called Marcos immediately. He was not long in answering. Marcos, it's Meire. Hi, Meire. What a surprise. You cannot imagine what I dreamed about today. With me? Gosh, that's right. It was one of those video dreams like on YouTube.
He was surprised.
That is right.
How?
I had a similar one. What does it mean, then? Well, if I'm right, I'm going to need your help on a very special mission. Mission? That's right. I hesitated, but I pulled up some courage and said, a mission to perhaps save the future. What? I spent about 20 minutes explaining to him everything I had completed and decided up to that moment, that Monday morning. As a video clip of flashbacks, I could formulate for him how our lives were now being guided by influences of a technology that will only exist in the future. What do you mean? He asks. Somehow in the near future, the neurointernet will actually be realized, and on purpose or by accident, it will be able to access subconscious at the quantum level. Quantum level? You mean out of physical reality? With parallel universes and all those crazy things we search the internet. That's it. Being on a quantum level, it overcomes the barriers of space-time and can reach our subconscious. Does this mean that our dreams about future messages are real? It's a possibility. I'm just assuming that's true, so I can get to where I came from. You mean one of the possible realities in the future regarding the choices we make now? Exactly. At that moment, I could see 2 possible realities. In one, we are young workers who are submissive to an oppressive system that sees nothing creative in us, just workers. In command of this reality is a computer system whose central element, which is our cloud today, will be the neurointernet. And one of its creators, a resentful teacher who only sees in the youth of today the reproduction of reproduction, without sense of the little creativity of our time. You mean the friend of my parents, Professor Mello?
Exactly.
After I met him and researched his life, and I saw how much he was researching mine, I noticed that something made fit of what we had been through all year. He can't be responsible for that, Meire. Not directly, not alone, but with enough time and influence. Maybe yes. Having been with me since I first appeared in the cloud with my blog seemed at first somewhat ominous, a pedophile thing. I don't know, but now I notice that I am, or was, a source of hope for him. Hope? On what? On the future, Marcos. From what I had seen of his dropping from university professor to high school teacher, all his frustration was to see young people very familiar with digital technology, but at the same time little creative and blunt, without developing anything of the potential that the cloud gave them. Reproducing always the same and imprisoning in the ways of producing laughter, but without actually creating anything. When he discovered my blog and started tracking, something different happened. It gave him as much encouragement for the new as it presented him with an antagonist. And a year from now, it seems like he's been into a game, maybe out of boredom, and that can have dangerous consequences if we don't change his path now. You mean he sent the messages in our dreams? No, Marcos. No doubt it was he who made some mysterious insertions in my blog, ability for that he already demonstrated he has. But who sent the messages by neurointernet in the future reaching our subconscious in the present was myself. Surely with the help of other Clueders of the future. Meire, isn't that too much of a crazy trip? It may even be Marcos, but if there is a small chance it will happen, and knowing this, we have conditions to change this future. Is it not worth trying? I think so. The other possible future is nothing more than the continuation of our present way of life. Digital technology will develop more, and our lives, even with hard work, will be good, easier, and with a world of information free and available in the cloud. The neurointernet will also become a reality, but the course of history will not be purposely changed, as we have already directed it to the more positive side. Who decides this positive side is us and the Clueders of the future? Yes, I think so. Look, I told you not to write that review of the Hunger Games. Now you have to fix everything again. I was annoyed with him for this comment, but he was not without reason. I think it would be unavoidable, Marcos. Even if I had not written, someone would propose to say something about it, because it's a theme that's present all the time in the pop culture of our time. I think you're right. Vinny Mayo is full of videos talking about it. In addition to other Clueders with blogs, vlogs, podcasts, social media pages with millions of followers, all with the same activism speech against oppression. Maybe they just want really to be fast celebrities, and so they don't have to work in the future. I hadn't thought of it that way, Marcos. But we agreed that it was unavoidable. Thinking about it, I figured maybe Professor Mello is not the only older person with resentments about how the future is shaping up. But at that moment, it was he that we had to take care of, to make sure the worst of the possible futures did not come true. If there were other villains in the future, we would take care of them one by one.
I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Continuing to support the channel's Super Academico and Blue Eye Patch. Subscribe, like and share the video. Bye-bye.